Let's take a look at the align panel in Illustrator. I'm going to start with this document and recent align panel. Okay. Control 0 to fit to screen. To look at the get the align panel, if you select an object using the selection tool, select an object and you will find the align panel here within the properties section. Here, this is the align panel. You have few more options along with the align panel here. Okay. If you don't find it here, you can go to Windows menu and you'll find the align panel here. You can use the shortcut Shift F7 as well. I'm going to click here, so enough gets such panel here. I don't need this one. I can just go ahead and dock it here. Okay, so I just don't have to click here and expand this all the time I want to use align panel. So I can use like certain way. So this option you see here is horizontal align left, and align with respect to, we have three options here: align to artboard, or align to selection, or there's another option that is key object. We select two objects, then the key object will activate. If I select this, then it will align with reference to the key object. Let's go and take a look at first singular. Just single click and align to artboard, align objects, so horizontal align left. If I click on this, as you can see from the icon, it will stick to the left corner. Click, and now you can see this has stuck to the left corner of the artboard. If I press Ctrl Z, go back, undo, I can do the center, right, top, middle, and bottom. So I can do this much using these basic align options, but I can do that using clicking all these three objects. Let's say I have selected all these three objects. Now if I do align objects to artboard, then all of them will go to this. Currently it is aligned to selection. So in case of align to selection, if I select these three objects, and there you can see there is the bounding box here, it will work within this bounding box, assuming this bounding box is the artboard. So if I do horizontal align to left, everything will stick to the left corner of this bounding box. So similarly, center would give everything to the center, and right, and so on will happen in case you use the other options. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do undo. So here I have option of distribute objects. Say this, distribute to top. This is distribute to center. Vertical align to center. Vertical align to bottom. Here I have horizontal distribute to left. So with reference to the left corner, this will distribute. Say this is the corner. I'm going to take a line here from here to here. You see, I'm going to take a stroke, black stroke here, and increase the stroke width here. Okay, so from here to here and here to here, the distance will be same. Say I'm going to select here, see, you can measure this stick, the distance will be same between from this point to the starting point, from starting point to starting point for each object here. So I'm going to select all these and I'm going to give distribute center, horizontal distribute center. There. If I check, okay, horizontal distribute center, I think they're already horizontally distributed. Let's just move this and try again. Horizontal distribute center. Okay, that moved. And I want all of them to the center. Okay. Now, if I go from center to the center, I'm going to go ahead and use direct selection to select this anchor point and get this to center. Click on this and there's a center point. So click here and drag to the center, intersect. Okay, now it is on the center. So from center point of the object to the next center point till the next center point, the distance will be the same. Now I'm just gonna move this and check, and yes, that is from center to center. Next we have the option. If I select all these three objects, then say distribute right, it will distribute object. I'm going to take this one out for now. Okay, so distribute to right will give me with respect to the right corner. Let's say I'm just going to move this a little bit inside and select and with right, and there's the right corner. I'm going to select the direct selection tool and select this anchor point, bring it down, and adjust the length of this as per this space of end to end of the object. So let's just see. Yeah, that's pretty much accurate. So that's how this tool works in case of distribute. Now if you align to artboard and select this, in case you align to artboard, it will space the objects with respect to the artboard. There, horizontal distributed center. This has used extra space outside the bounding box in case of using the artboard. It will do this as well and other subjects as well. And go ahead and do undo. Let's go for selection now. Now I can use distance between vertical distance between space. So I have clicked on this now. So the space between this end to the start point of the object will be distributed equally. Say here, and it's not in center, but it is in vertically spaced properly. So this will be the case. I'm going to just copy that and see. That is an equal line distance between these objects. Right. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Select all these three objects, and same is going to be the case for vertical distribute space. I'm going to need three objects here to apply that. Let's say. Also, you can use smart guides in case you want to do vertical distribution. There the smart guide will pop up that there is an equal distance between all these three objects, but in case it doesn't work, just select all these three objects and give vertical spacing. Now I'm going to use this line tool from here to here, and I'm going to go ahead and copy using Alt and drag there. So there is an equal space distribution between them and vertical sign as well. Now let's say I use a key object. I can define how much space do I want. Let's say I will choose 50 pixel distribution. So there is a 50 pixel width here. So just take a line and measure that and click and drag. And there it is a fixed 50 pixel line. Length of this line is 50 pixel. Alright, so now let's take a look at these distribute objects. Okay, vertical distribute top. So let's just take this and vertical distribute top. It's way too big, this object, so that's why from top to top the distance will be the same. Let's just take this line from here to here top to top. Right. Now let's copy this and see from top to top, it does it match, and there it goes. It is aligned vertically from top to the top. Now let's use the other option, that is distribute objects with respect to center. Okay, now let's measure and check if it is perfect from center to center. It is not in center, so let's just take another one. All right, center. Okay, select this point and see. Okay, so that's center to center distance between two objects. I'll click and drag and check if there is that particular distance between these two objects. Yes, it works, center to center as well. And we have the other option, and that is vertical distribute bottom. Now it will be particularly with respect to the bottom. So in case I measure that, and that's I'll click and drag, and that fits perfectly. I'm going to give undo. Okay. So that's our selection with respect to the selection. Now let's just go ahead and select these and align to artboard, and they will align with respect to artboard, to the top, to the bottom, and at the center. They stay within the artboard. Make sure that these two objects will touch the edge of the artboard. Now we have the key object option as well. So I'm going to take this here. So now make key object here. If I do spacing between the key object, it will give me a 50 pixel spacing here. This is the key object, the one highlighted here. You can also click and change the key object, and the alignment will work with respect to that object. Let's say give a center. It's already centered, so it will center with respect to this object. Let's say these two are down, and select and make this a key object and make it center. This object will not move, the other two will move with respect to this object. So that's how the key object works, and all the other options work like that as well. When we have distribute spacing, it will work particularly with the spacing of the object.